The PlayStation 2's dead?
Legends never die. When the world is calling you, can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die.
Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. Recently Japan pulled the plug on the PlayStation 2 and this means a lot to me, mainly because, well, most of my childhood was spent on this system. I played many games for many hours for many days in a week on this system, and arguably this system had the best video game lineup with the classic lists that are still played today and even getting full remakes or remasters on the PS4. So here's a list of some of my favorite games on the PS2. Disclaimer, this list is in no particular order. So let's get started. Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monster Coliseum is the title that will always have the best memories, even though most of them consisted of my dad beating me every single time. Basically, if you took the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game and you turned the monsters into chess pieces, you have this game, and it worked. It was weird and it worked.
I was waiting for this moment. Everything I require is gathered on my field. I fuse my 3 monsters.
My dad and I would play this game at least once a day for hours on end, trying to collect all the monsters and build new decks, and it was just a lot of fun. I dare say we spent about 500 to maybe 600 hours playing this, and that number is still going because I'm still playing this game and having non-stop fun with it as if I was a kid again. Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. Now, if you know me, you know I'm a sucker for RPGs and Lord of the Rings. So if you take both of those things, you put them together, you get a great, long, turn-based adventure in Middle-earth. I enjoy this game that I played through it 7 times. It's long, and it connects directly with the movies, though it's not canon. So just imagine if that fight with Gandalf against the Balrog was real. Epic. Like I said, this game is a grind and it's long, like most RPGs, but it tells an amazing story with likable characters. Usually in turn-based RPGs, I'll be biased and I'll favor certain characters over others, but I'm always switching out each character because they all have a part to play and they're varied beautifully in my opinion. Battlefront 2. The ultimate Star Wars experience on the PlayStation 2. And no, I'm not talking about the 2017 EA disaster. Honestly, most of my time was spent playing that one Heroes vs. Villains on Mos Eisley port, or playing Galactic Conquest on repeat. The game is praised by all gamers around the world, and it's for a good reason. It's the perfect Star Wars game that gave us so much content that we knew what to do with as kids. Plays Darth Maul, plays Obi-Wan, General Grievous. Just shut up and take my money. Gauntlet Dark Legacy. This is another game that me, my dad, and even my sister would play day in and day out. Though we didn't spend a lot of time on it, maybe 100 hours combined at most. Still counting because I'm still playing it. It was a classic top-down adventure that asked us to save the world, and it felt great playing with a full party of 4 people. Sadly, I've only tried that once, and it didn't last long. So you pick between 8 different characters who also have a second alternative character that you can unlock, making a total of 16, each with different powers and abilities. You collect these runestones to go to hell to defeat a demon who's plotting to rule the world. You can also turn into a chicken. SSX Tricky. If you had a PS2, you play this game. I'm not one for sports games that much anymore, but there's something so satisfying when you land a tricky move. It's snowboarding done right in a video game, arguably one of the best games of its time. I don't know who plays this still, but if you do, come over, because solo play gets kind of boring after a while. The Simpsons Hit and Run. This is the game I got to play while my friends were playing GTA, and my friends got jealous of me because this game was a ton of fun, and most of my time really wasn't spent doing the story. It was more so just running around with my favorite characters in the Simpsons story, collecting coins, unlocking cars, and just causing complete mayhem in Springfield.
Thinking.
2, 4, 6, 8, you suck, I'm great, da 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 da, you are the one.
This is mainly because the story wasn't really memorable to me, but if I had the chance to go back and play it again, I would love to, because it was genuinely just a fun game to play. There you have it, a list of my favorite PS2 games, and there's a ton missing from this list, but there's a good reason for that, because most of the other games that I would put on my list have been remastered for the other generations, and honestly, those are the better way to play the games. However, there are a couple games that are on my honorable mention list that just did not hit fully enough to be put on the list, but they will stick in my memory. So here's a list of that. Thank you so much for joining me today. Why don't you go ahead and leave a comment of your favorite PS2 games, and go ahead and follow me on Twitch while you're at it. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and please have a wonderful day, friends. And I'll see you in the next video.